How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Signs of the Times. God bless us. I hope everyone's doing well. Folks, we all know that Jesus Christ is on his way back very, very soon. But the thing is, no man knows the day or the hour. But the other thing is, Christ also gave us signs of what to look out for. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. Guys, in the book of Genesis, chapter 6, it talks about giants that lived in the land. That's known as the Nephilim. Are these giants among us today, in this day and age? Because it was said to be back in around the year 2002, where soldiers in the area of, I think, Afghanistan encountered a giant, and it killed one of their soldiers. The giant killed one of their men, and a helicopter came and got the giant in like a net, and then they hid it away from public. And according to what I heard, it was never heard of again. Now, whether that's true or not, we can find out. I'd say there'll be probably a lot of debate over whether that's true or not. But to understand what I'm talking about, check out this video.
You were in Afghanistan in 2002, and you were called into a very remote section of Afghanistan because a patrol had basically gone missing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
There's no
Well,
villages
just around nothing.
for miles.
Right.
So it's very remote.
Yeah, very remote. So we flew in. About 4 kilometers. We're hiking through the same area where they were supposed to make one of their checkpoints, one of their rally points. And before we'd left, there was all kinds of what happened with the ambush, but that was even odd because at the point of the ambush, you would call for maybe close air support, something, okay? There was no calls made, just off the grid. So we're coming down a mountainside, and it was a nice path, a goat path. As we bent around this corner, you could see this opening of the cave. There's a cave as we're coming around. And then I see there's a lot of rocks, which is another oddity, and then bone matter. I'm not close enough to identify what kind of bones, but I did see something I knew was a piece of our communications equipment. So instantly, we're thinking ambush, maybe animal, it could be anything. And there was enough room in front of this cave, but it had a sheer drop-off. But there was enough room that we actually got into a decent dispersal in case of ambush.
You see something coming out of the cave, and it's moving with a speed and agility that catches you off guard.
Everybody. And he comes out. It was a man at least 12 to 15 feet in height. This is a monster. Red beard, then his hair was longish, past the shoulder, a scarlet red, and Dan runs at him and starts shooting, which broke all of us into the reality. Because it was so real.
Now your training is kicking in.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Muscle memory, complete muscle memory. While Dan is moving at him, another bro of mine's laying down fire, and I start firing. He skewers Dan. He's now got him on this pike. It went through him. And he's still got him, and he's coming after more. We all just clicked in. I don't know what it was, but I remember we're all like, shoot him in the face, shoot him in the face. Our weapons components were M4s, we had 308s, and we had Barrett 50s. This is sounding longer than it took. We're talking 30 seconds. And he's taking multiple hits, and is still moving. Dan was dead, okay? And why is a good man, probably one of the best men I know, now dead. Before I'd left, they were already starting what they call a 9-line, which is a medevac request. They're sending out a medevac request, then all of a sudden it's not a medevac request. All of a sudden we had a helicopter show up because, like I told you, it was a large precipice and a sheer drop. So the helicopter just came up from the drop. They had dropped netting, which is like cargo netting. It's like squares we were told we had to bundle him up. And we get another bigger helicopter, but it's almost like a Jolly Green Giant used to look back in the day, that could get, through this area. Because the mountains, you gotta remember, Chinooks could only go in certain places because they had enough lift. And so we got him on there. The thing was too big, we couldn't move it. It smelled worse than a skunk. A corpse that's been around for a while.
Really foul.
Oh, it was like a combination because of the, how do you put that, the persistence of a skunk smell. But once the helicopter came in, dropped its little hook, and off he goes. The communication was sent out that we had a very large possible human creature.
Guys, is this proof that the Bible is 100% true? That there's giants like the Nephilim living at this time frame, in this day and age? Could this be true? Because they encountered a giant, and they said on the video that the giant had 6 fingers and 6 toes. And is this proof that giants are living among us today? That the Bible is 100% true? And folks, if this is the case, what Jesus said is definitely true. That hell is real. And guys, I said before, I'll say it again, that it's amazing the way when Jesus died, he reached a point on the cross where he reached a point where you cannot reach with eternity. You cannot reach an end point with eternity, start or finish. You cannot do this with eternity. Which means when Jesus died, he reached a point where the Holy Spirit and the Father in heaven cannot reach, which means he was separated for the first time from the Trinity. He was separated for the first time ever from the Trinity. And Jesus is not going to pay that bill and let people get away with it if they reject this offer of salvation, which means hell is real. So I encourage you, if you don't have Jesus Christ, accept him ASAP. Don't wait till tomorrow, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And that's all I want to share with you. That's basically all I wanted to share with you about the video of the giants. So to enjoy more content, subscribe if you wish. God bless and keep the peace.